I'm going to say it right now. PSG is either losing in the round of 16 of the Champions League or we're winning it all. There's no in between. There is no in between. Because the way we're performing today, that's all I'm accepting. This was an absolutely disgusting performance. Oh my goodness. Misère de misère. 𝙎𝙬𝘖𝙎𝙬𝘖. We drew at home to a 10-man Monaco. We needed 2 red cards across both legs to beat Monaco. 8th place Monaco in Ligue 1. Wesh. Les gars, we are so bad. And the first thing I want to go and say, and I address this to all other PSG fans, stop this gimmick of, oh my goodness, look, we were like this, like last season. Stop talking about last season. Last season was done. All right? I don't want to start being known as last season FC. Last season was done. It was a historic season. We won everything. Okay. But big clubs, if you want to be known as one of the great clubs, a dynasty in football, we need to have continuation. And even then, are we rewriting history? Yes, PSG started the first half of last season poorly, but by this point last year, we were good. We were good. We were on a generational win streak. We were smacking up Brest. We're getting ready to play Liverpool. We were in good form. We are not in good form currently. We struggled against 10-man Monaco. On today's day, we deserve to lose today. We should have lost today's game. That Koulibaly chance, and you can go and say it at the end there with Faust, bang, that's 3, and then potentially they're through. Oh, what's the excuse we're going to start using now? No, whoa. Injuries. Okay, fair enough. Dembele and Fabian aren't there. But this is Monaco. This is not Bayern. This is not Barca. This is not Chelsea. This is not Real Madrid. This is Monaco. No disrespect to Monaco, who they themselves also have injuries. I'm saying it. PSG is either winning the Champions League outright or we're getting knocked out by Chelsea or Barca. That's it. No in between. Defensively, we are weak. The press is gone. There's no movement in the midfield. This was even though you're going, this might be one of the worst performances of the year. And yes, ultimately the result will get a 2-2. But across both legs, the thing that prevented PSG from being the laughing stock in European football this year is the fact that Monaco got 2 reds. And granted, they were silly reds and they were fully deserved red. People are going to say it's Rob, they were red cards. But Monaco, honestly, first and foremost, 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙾. Respect to Monaco because they came and they played football. They didn't do this. They didn't try to back off. And honestly, Monaco honestly can leave this game kicking themselves because you go and you look, the last 3 minutes of the game where they actually went for it, they could have scored 2 goals. And if they do that, 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙾. I don't know what it is with PSG. I don't know whether it's the hunger, the desire, the fact that we've won everything, but we need to lock in, les gars, il faut s'appliquer. Il faut s'appliquer because if we play like this against Barca, even as bad as Barca's defense is, Barca is going to get way more chances than Monaco is getting. And if we're already going and conceding every single time Monaco attack, we concede. I forgot it against Barca. Chelsea. I've been saying I want Chelsea. At this point, I'm not going and saying anything. May the best team win. Liga only. Oh my goodness, this is absolutely disgusting. There is no PSG fan. Listen, the only thing, there are sometimes I was going to go and say, even if we'd beaten Monaco 2-1, if they hadn't scored that last goal, I would have still said, I'm happy with the result. I'm disgusted by the performance. Even more so now. So even now today, at home against Monaco, l'AS Monaco, you can't beat them. This is an absolutely embarrassing performance. Disgusting. Even in terms of the chance creation, nothing, what was it Moore's Law? Everything that could go wrong today went wrong. Defensively, we were shallow. In fact, we were extremely fortunate. Statistically, ultimately, obviously, PSG is going to go and dominate. We had the possession, we had the XG, we had more shots, we had more shots on target. But even still, big chances created. We were even. Monaco, with 27% of the possession, had the same amount of big chances created. Oh my. I don't know what I think the biggest thing you go when you look at it, especially in that first half, passes were sloppy. There was no press. There was no movement. Every single time we got the ball from our fullbacks, it felt like we were giving it back. And granted, Monaco set up well to go and press us today. But Monaco's press, it's not Barca. It's not prime Liverpool gegenpressing. This is a press we should be able to get out of. We've been able to go and get out of Barca presses in the past. What is Monaco? Why are we struggling to Monaco? 𝙎𝙬𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙬. There was no intensity. There was no hunger. We were getting absolutely done physically. Absolutely done. On se faisait bouffer physiquement. If we come across a semi-competent team, we are getting knocked out, bounced, and I can't go. I can't go. I'm gonna say it's merited. It's deserved. It's deserved. Oh, but the one thing I want to say, stop with this gimmick of, oh, but look at last season. By this point last year, we were on a run of, I think, like something like 15 wins on the bounce. We just gotten smacked Brest 10-0. Brest, who are in a similar, if you want to go and say similar to a Monaco. Now, we're struggling to Monaco. A Monaco who, they themselves have injuries. There was no Fati, all these other players. They have a bunch of their center backs who are out. Monaco, who are 8th in Ligue 1, they're not in a crazy run of form themselves either. You can see 3 goals against Monaco. I believe Monaco was the team in the round, at least in the league phase, that had conceded the most amount of goals. Or either that, or they scored the least amount. Whichever way, the fact that you went and you conceded 3 goals to Monaco, 3 goals across both legs. I think the thing, obviously the team as a whole for PSG, I think we've gone down. But I think offensively, it's not the worst thing out there. Defensively, though, and in the midfield, we are a far cry from where we were last year. We are a far cry. If this current PSG team played the team from last year, we're getting an intern. We're getting smacked 5-0 easily. At this point, I don't know what more warning signs we need to have. What more warning signs? Luis Enrique said he wanted these games to be able to go and prepare for the things. Okay, we got these games. Honestly, we look worse than before. We look worse now that we've come out of this playoff than when we came into it initially. So I was going to go and ready to hear, the fact that, we play these extra games to get ready to build up to the round of 16. We've played these games. I think we look worse now that we've played these games than we did before. I would have preferred take the extra rest, allow our players to recuperate, and then we play in the round of 16. Oh my gosh, man. Ridiculous, man. A red card saved PSG's European season. 2 red cards saved PSG's league season. Embarrassing, bro. Absolutely disgusting. And the thing is, it's been a while now. It's been for a while. We are Yo-Yo FC. How do we go from being... The thing is, I think it's mental. I don't think that these players haven't gone from being, many of them, 9 Ballon d'Or players, nominated to the top, to the Ballon d'Or. I think about 5 players or 4 players in the top 10 for the Ballon d'Or don't all of a sudden go and become whack. I think the thing is, the biggest reason is it's just the hunger, the desire. It's not there. We're lethargic. There's no running. Nuno Mendes, again, these last couple games, whack. Let's be honest. Yes, I would go and say that Nuno Mendes is the best left back in the world, but these last couple games, he's not showing it. And we can't be on his day. I don't want this on this day gimmick. I don't want this on this day PSG. No, and on our day needs to be every day. We need to show up every single time. And again, the one silver lining of all this is the fact that you can go and say once again that ultimately we found a way to get it done. And that you can go and look at the parallels of Madrid in 2016, 17, 18, all those years. They weren't playing, champagne football, but they got a way to get it done. But still, I don't care. I do not care. We are not looking like the team that we were last year. We're not looking like a team that can go on a run, knock out Liverpool, knock out Barca, Chelsea, Arsenal, Bayern. If we played Arsenal or Bayern, who we would go and deem are the best teams in the world, we're getting smacked. This time last year, we faced Liverpool, who at that time were the best team in the world, and we knocked them out. This time around, if we were to go and play the equivalent of the best teams in the world, Bayern or Arsenal, we're getting smacked. We are getting smacked. Let's be honest. As much as it pains me to go and say we are getting absolutely smacked, belt to ass. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. If there's only one silver lining, I'll go and say today. If there's one person that I'll go and say, fair enough, today your performance, I'll go and have it. It's a person who's been getting criticized a lot, especially as recently. 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙏 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝑑𝑒𝑠. Désiré Doué is the reason PSG right now are in the round of 16. Across both of those legs, he scored 2 goals, got an assist, and created the Hakimi goal. That's basically 4 goal contributions across the 2 legs. Of every single one of our goals, bar 1. But apart from that, everybody else on the team, it's just not good enough. And even then, I go and say this is more so attacking wise, but the press, I think one of the biggest things is Ousmane Dembele is so important to our press because one of the biggest things that made PSG so good last season was our press. All of a sudden now we look like we've never pressed a game in our lives. We look like Real Madrid. There's no intensity. Nobody's running. Dembele would go and force his teammates to press almost. It was almost like Dembele, 𝙀𝙬𝙖, and 𝙀𝙪𝙨 or 𝙀𝙪𝙾 were pressing against their will. Now that he's not there, they're like, give him the ball. Listen, the one hope I have, it's that this is just a mental thing. This is honestly the one saving grace I hope I have is that this is just a mental thing. And that when we come across a Chelsea or a Barcelona in the round of 16, that we're going to raise our level to go and match them. Because if we play at this level, forget it. We're taking 6 or 7. We're literally taking 6 or 7 across both legs. Oh, no. Another thing I'm going to say 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙏 as well. As in even now I'm going and looking at, again, I think both goals are a bit harsh on him, and I don't want to go and say that, there's nothing but I'm just going in. That first goal, I feel like if that's Donnarumma there, last year's Donnarumma, I think he saves it. I think he saves it. And I think now we're realizing that getting rid of Donnarumma, whatever you want to go and say, whether it's the ball at your feet, I don't think Matvei 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼 is, miles clear of Donnarumma with the ball at his feet. There was a lot of times today where I think he was making the wrong decision with the ball at his feet. But now I go and look at it, I just don't feel confident. Like sometimes in life, one of the things is if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This year's transfer policy has been an absolute catastrophic fail. Bust. I know we're a young team. We're the second youngest team ever to win the Champions League. And you go and think, okay, you won the Champions League, but I think it was an error. Now, obviously, with the benefit of hindsight, to not have gone and recruited and gotten more players over the summer transfer window and also in this last January transfer window. Because now, all the players you have, that's all you have. That's all you got. But anyways, now I guess we wait for Friday for the draw. I want Chelsea to get our revenge. But honestly, right now, if you go and ask me, Junior, sincerely, I take off my PSG hat and I look at this objectively. Even though Chelsea are not in great form themselves, we're losing to Chelsea. We are losing to Chelsea. But honestly, at this point, it just depends which PSG team decides to turn up. If it's the PSG team that was able to beat Barca with all their big 5 starters gone, the PSG team that smacked Marseille, we win the tie. If it's the team that we saw against Monaco, the team that we've seen against Rennes, we're losing. And once again, I go back and I really want to harp on this. I do not want to see any PSG fan go and say, oh, but look at us last season. Last season was last season. We're not last season FC. All right? Quit talking about PSG 2025 in the big 2026. We need to move on. But that's it. I'd be curious to know what you guys think. What are your thoughts on the performance? Do you guys think PSG still has the potential to go back-to-back in the Champions League? And if you're a PSG fan or just a neutral, a lover of the game, who do you want PSG to go and face, Chelsea or Barcelona? But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the future. And remember, stay safe, stay kind, and stay blessed. Godspeed.